Our lives are but a blink, a fleeting shadow across the vast expanse of eternity. Yet, how many of us squander these precious mornings, allowing them to slip through our fingers like grains of sand? I am Marcus Aurelius, not as you knew me, but as I speak to you now, freed from the confines of parchment and time. Hear me, for what I am about to impart is not merely advice, but a warning, a plea, and a path to reclaim the most vital part of your day. Ignore these words at your peril, for to neglect your morning is to surrender your day, your peace, and ultimately, your very self. Look around you. Do you see the hurried rush, the frantic scramble, the blank stares of those already defeated before the sun has truly warmed the earth? This, my friends, is the tyranny of the unexamined morning. It is the enemy of tranquility, the thief of purpose. We rise, often propelled by an insistent alarm, and immediately plunge into a torrent of demands, notifications, emails, the clamor of the world outside. We react, we respond. We are acted upon rather than acting. But what if I told you there was another way? A way to forge a morning routine that is not a race, but a ritual. Not a burden, but a blessing. A routine that fortifies your mind, steadies your spirit, and prepares you to face whatever challenges the day may bring, not with dread, but with unshakable resolve. This is the Stoic path, and it is as relevant today as it was in the bustling heart of Rome. Before we delve into the practicalities, understand this: your morning is the crucible of your day. It is where habits are forged, intentions are set, and your inner citadel is either strengthened or left vulnerable. If you allow the external world to dictate your first waking moments, you surrender your autonomy. You become a leaf tossed by the winds of circumstance, rather than a tree rooted deeply in the earth. A well-constructed morning routine is not about rigid adherence to a schedule for its own sake. It is about cultivating virtue, practicing mindfulness, and preparing for adversity. It is about taking command of your most precious resource, your attention, and directing it towards what truly matters. It is about building a mental fortress, brick by mindful brick, that can withstand the storms of life. Now, let us begin the construction. Here are 10 ways to optimize your morning routine, drawn from the wisdom that has guided me through empires and personal trials alike. 1. The call of reason. Acknowledge your purpose before rising. The first battle is often won before you even leave your bed. When that alarm sounds, or even before it, do not immediately grasp for your device or succumb to the siren song of snooze. Instead, pause, take a deep breath, and then engage in a brief but powerful internal dialogue. Remind yourself of your purpose. Why do you rise? Is it to contribute, to learn, to serve, to grow? As I once wrote, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain about if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do? Or is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm? This is not about guilt. It is about clarity. It is about connecting with the grander scheme of your existence. This simple act of conscious awakening, acknowledging your role in the universe, will imbue your rising with a sense of meaning that transcends mere obligation. 2. The inner sanctuary. Embrace stillness and solitude. In our noisy world, true silence is a rare and precious commodity. Dedicate the first moments of your morning to stillness and solitude. Before the demands of family, work, or the digital realm encroach, carve out a space for yourself. This might be 5 minutes, 10, or even longer. During this time, resist the urge to immediately consume information. Do not check your phone. Do not turn on the news. Instead, simply be. Observe your breath. Notice the sensations in your body. Allow your mind to settle. This is not meditation in the formal sense, though it can certainly evolve into that. It is about reclaiming your inner quietude, a space where you can hear your own thoughts, unadulterated by external noise. This sanctuary is your first line of defense against the chaos of the day. 3. The rehearsal of adversity, premeditatio malorum. This may sound counterintuitive, but one of the most potent Stoic practices is premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils or the anticipation of adversity. In your quiet moments, briefly contemplate the challenges you might face during the day. Will you encounter a difficult person? Will a task prove frustrating? Will plans go awry? Do not dwell on these possibilities with anxiety, but rather mentally prepare for them. Consider how you will respond with reason and virtue. How will you maintain your composure in the face of irritation? How will you approach a setback with resilience? This practice is not about inviting negativity, it is about inoculating yourself against it. By mentally rehearsing virtuous responses, you build a psychological buffer. When adversity inevitably strikes, you will not be caught off guard. You will have already considered your course of action, and thus, your reaction will be one of deliberate choice, not impulsive emotion. 4. The Journal of Reflection, a conversation with yourself. The act of writing is a powerful tool for clarity and self-awareness. Incorporate a few minutes of journaling into your morning routine. This is not about crafting prose for an audience, but about having a sincere conversation with yourself. What are your intentions for the day? What virtues do you wish to embody? What thoughts are weighing on your mind? As Seneca wisely noted, we should hunt out the good to be found in everything and constantly meditate on it. Use your journal to reflect on your progress, acknowledge your flaws, and set your course. This practice forces you to articulate your thoughts, bringing order to the often chaotic landscape of the mind. It allows you to track your growth, identify patterns, and hold yourself accountable to the principles you wish to live by. It becomes a personal record of your journey towards self-mastery. 5. The nourishment of the mind. Engage with wisdom. Just as your body requires sustenance, so too does your mind. Dedicate a portion of your morning to engaging with wisdom. This could be reading a passage from the Stoics, Seneca, Epictetus, or even my own meditations, or any other source of profound insight that resonates with you. This is not about mindless consumption of information. It is about deliberate learning and reflection. Choose material that challenges you, inspires you, and provides a framework for living a virtuous life. Read slowly, ponder the meaning, and consider how you can apply the principles to your own circumstances. This practice acts as a mental tonic, setting a positive and philosophical tone for your day. It reminds you of the enduring truths, the universal principles that transcend the petty concerns of daily life, and helps to align your perspective with what truly matters. 6. The temple of the body, movement and care. While the Stoics prioritized the mind, they did not neglect the body, for the two are inextricably linked. Your body is the vessel that carries you through this life. It deserves care and respect. Incorporate some form of physical movement into your morning. This does not need to be a grueling workout. It could be a brisk walk, a series of stretches, or a few simple exercises. The aim is not to achieve peak physical performance, but to awaken your body, get your blood flowing, and release any lingering stiffness. This act of caring for your physical self is an act of self-respect. It signals to your mind that you are ready to engage with the world with vigor and clarity. A sluggish body often leads to a sluggish mind. By invigorating your physical form, you invigorate your mental faculties as well. 7. The wardrobe of intent. Choose your day, not just your clothes. Before you fully step into the world, take a moment to consciously choose your attitude and intentions for the day. Just as you select your attire, select your inner disposition. What kind of person do you wish to be today? Patient, diligent, compassionate, resilient. Visualize yourself embodying these virtues throughout the day, even in challenging situations. This is an act of proactive self-governance. You are not merely reacting to the world, you are consciously shaping your experience of it. This brief ritual empowers you. It reminds you that while external events may be beyond your control, your response to them is always within your power. You become the sculptor of your character, chiseling away at imperfections and revealing the virtuous self beneath. 8. The Feast of Gratitude. Cultivate appreciation. In our constant pursuit of what we lack, we often overlook the abundant blessings we already possess. Make it a morning practice to consciously cultivate gratitude. Think of 3 things, however small, for which you are genuinely thankful. It could be the warmth of your bed, the aroma of your morning beverage, the health of your loved ones, or simply the gift of another day. This practice shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. It reorients your perspective and fosters a sense of contentment and appreciation. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to anxiety and dissatisfaction. It reminds you that even amidst challenges, there is always something to value, something to cherish. It sets a positive and grounded tone for your day, preventing you from becoming consumed by trivial annoyances. 9. The digital discipline. Delay the deluge. Perhaps the most insidious threat to a Stoic morning routine in the modern age is the immediate immersion into the digital world. Resist the urge to check your phone, email, or social media the moment you wake. This is not about completely eschewing technology, but about mastering it rather than being enslaved by it. Give yourself a dedicated period, perhaps the first hour of your day, during which you remain offline. Use this time for the practices we have discussed. By delaying the digital deluge, you prevent the external world from immediately hijacking your attention and setting the agenda for your day. You create a buffer zone, a sacred space where your thoughts and intentions can solidify before the demands of others come flooding in. This discipline is a powerful act of self-control in an age of constant connectivity. 10. The blueprint of action. Set your most important task. Finally, before you fully step into the active part of your day, identify one single, most important task that, if completed, would make the greatest positive impact on your day. This is not a long to-do list, but a singular focus. This task should be aligned with your overarching goals and values. By identifying it in the morning, you give your day direction and purpose. It provides a clear target, preventing you from becoming overwhelmed by a multitude of lesser demands. This practice imbues your day with a sense of accomplishment, even before it has fully begun. It ensures that your most valuable energy is directed towards what truly matters, preventing you from merely reacting to external pressures. It is about proactive productivity, driven by conscious choice rather than frantic busyness. These are not mere suggestions, but the pillars of a fortified existence. They are the tools by which you can reclaim your mornings, and by extension, your life. The path of the Stoic is not one of denial or asceticism, but one of reason, virtue, and resilience. It is a path available to all, regardless of station or circumstance. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but consistent effort. There will be days when you falter, when the siren call of idleness or distraction proves too strong. Do not despair. Acknowledge the lapse, learn from it, and return to the path with renewed determination. As I learned countless times, the obstacle is the way. Each misstep is an opportunity to practice self-compassion and recommit to your principles. Your morning is a gift, a fresh canvas upon which to paint the masterpiece of your day? Will you allow it to be smudged and chaotic, dictated by external forces? Or will you seize it and with conscious intention forge a morning routine that empowers you, grounds you, and prepares you to face the world with unshakable calm and purposeful action? The choice, my friend, is always yours. Thank you for listening to these ancient whispers, now translated for your modern ear. May your mornings be filled with peace, purpose, and the strength that comes from within. If these words have resonated with you, I implore you to consider subscribing to this channel and sharing this message with those who, like you, seek to master themselves and their mornings. Until next time, remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength,